Hello everyone, it's Rita. I just decided to turn my camera on because I was working on my the fall journal, and I had decided to use this hardback book cover. I'm not sure what I'm going to cover it with yet, but I was trying to fit, something on here to decorate. So I found this fabric, and I believe Kathy I'm almost out of all the fabric she sent me, but this one I really liked. It had all the fall colors in it, plus a little touch of blue. And I always like to add blue for some reason. I don't know. It's like an accent color for me. Anyway, so, I'm sorry, my chair's crooked. I took one of these doors that I had purchased that kit from, and I will see if I can link it, but I think it's called Dark. Oh, darn. I'll have to look at... I don't know why I don't do that, but I didn't know I was going to turn the camera on, I guess. And besides that, I always forget. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is ink around all this. And I had already put this pot temporarily, but it's now glued down because it was a sticker. And I just stuck these die cuts in here. And this was just something I picked up at Hobby Lobby on a package with those colors in it last year or so. So let me see what I can do with this. I put this piece of cardboard, on my table because it looks so grungy, and it's parchment paper, so I'm thinking, I can ink on it, I can glue on it, it won't matter until it kind of looks really nasty again, and then I'll just replace it with some parchment. I thought it might be kind of nice, too, to have something a little gluey that I could what's the word I was going to use? I don't know. Gosh. Okay. And this, I did touch this up once with ink, and it kind of comes off. It's not very strong. Okay, but I think I want that a little stronger on the edges, so I'm going to get ground espresso. I already did one video today, and I just had extra time, and I thought, well, if I start working on this and then I do the cover, and I don't know if people want to see it or they don't want to see, So, I always feel like if you don't want to see something, you can always, come back another time, or I'll leave that off the edge like that. So I think that's dark enough. Not sure what else I want to do to it. Okay, so these I'm going to have to glue down, but this will be the background. Let's see if it fits on this. And it's a little too big, the fabric is. So I'm going to have to probably trim off some of that. Because I'm going to lay this down and sew around it. I guess I'll trim a little off. I don't know if I wanted that much covered on this fabric, because I like that fabric. But I'm not sure what I'm putting under it either. Okay. So I'm probably going to have to take off. Let's just do 1/4 of an inch off this side. Try to cut a straight line. There's kind of these marks on the fabric. And it does fray a little, so get it to fray out some. Okey-doke. So that'll be that. Okay, I'm going to have to sew around it. I'm going to have to sew, like stop and then continue to sew around that. So I'm not going to glue it on yet. I'm going to glue down these leaves. I wasn't sure I wanted to put this, but these are those die cuts that I just made from the Six-It dies, Tim Holtz dies. And this is kind of just stuck in there. I wonder if I can get that to be a little bit skinnier. Okay, so this side, I think I can get most of the stem glued down. Maybe one of those would be nice coming down. I may have to put a stronger glue under there. Or weight it down so it This is a sticker from Dollar Tree. There's a sticker of all these pots. And when I was watching Rhoda Burke, she had some, pretty sure it was her, that she was using, and I'm like, I have those stickers. So I dug them out. Okay, so now I thought about having, the reason I wanted that was because I wanted Ivy to come down this door. Now this, I printed on just some fall paper. It was from Joey Card Maker, from his kit. There were mushrooms. And, you know, it just gave you that fall feel. And these didn't poke out all the way. And when I put this green, I'll show you, because I was just going to put this green one. I meant to get one of those brushes. But it just doesn't have, I don't know, it just doesn't have the show I want. I didn't ink any of these. So I thought maybe a second vine would look good. But now I'm not sure. And I don't want to put it like this or this, so it's either up here, one of them, both of them, and this one will just really blend in. Let me put some ink on this. That's not too much. A little bit darker though, it show up better, won't it? Still has the same effect. Let me do this one. Okay, so I didn't want to ink it too much. I really like this part, the one that's, but then it just doesn't look good. So I think I'm just going to have to use the plain one. I'll use this somewhere else. And there's no way I can, like, I don't think I can ink these. Because they're so flat looking, you know, because they don't have any dimension. That's why I was using that other paper, trying to give them Maybe this will be okay if they get... It's a little bit better. Okay. Oh, if I want to sew through those. I'm going to hold off gluing that down. I'm going to stop the video for a minute and go sew around this part. And then put those on next. Okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, I just did a little sewing around the edges there. I think it gives it a little bit. So, I'm going to glue this down. All these little branches. Okay. Oops. Maybe to go down. Never have anything, I think, to push it down with, but I can use this little guy. Okay. All right, so that's good. Now, I wanted just to randomly put these leaves down here. As random as possible. I think I'll use Sobo. Let's see if I get that down. Let's get this one. Right now, I'm not going to worry about getting it all glued down. I'll go back and okay. They're kind of big, but I think that's going to work. Okay. And I thought I would put something up here, you know, something like autumn or fall or something like that. I don't know what, how I want to put that, but sometimes I get so bored with those kind of things, you know. It's like everybody does it, but it's nice to have a label on your journal, or a book plate, I mean, I think. I didn't know about these because I was kind of afraid that, you know, if you're handling the book, they would fall off. But I also want them to have a little dimension. So I have a question for you. If all the journals that you make, or the journals you buy, or however you got them, I don't know, do you display them like in a shelf going like this, or do you display them like this, like standing up? Can you see what I'm doing? Standing it up like on a shelf. I don't think you can probably see it. Or on sitting on a table like this. I do, the ones I have, they're all sitting on some kind of a table, like my side table in my living room, and another little table I have in here. But I don't have, and then I have other journals that stand up, you know, on their edge. But I would like to know that, because when you're making your journal, you have to keep in mind what people are going to do with it. And there's a lot of people who don't even write in their journals. So they're buying them, I imagine, because they want to put them on display somehow. So anyway, that's a question for you, and I would love to have some comments on that. Okay. So I'm not ready to put this on there yet, so I don't know what else I can do. I thought it was going to take a little longer. I might. I was thinking I could just stop this video here and then come back and add something to it, maybe just covering the cover. I don't know. I never know what I'm going to do to the cover. And then all of a sudden I get this idea, and it's like, if I don't do it, then, you know, it's not going to, I'm not going to remember. All right, I'm just adding a little bit of glue, and then I'll put something over this and let it dry. And I'm not sure what I'll do for a closure, but it'll probably be on this side. I don't want a closure that goes over the top of the front of the book. So I like to put them on the edge, on both edges, and then just tie them. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to stop here, and yeah, it's not very much time, but I will maybe just come back and continue the video. Okay? So, either I'm back or I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Good morning, everyone. I am back. It's the next day, but I'm going to add this to the prior video that I was doing yesterday afternoon. So I don't know if I can get it all done because now I've got all these things that I want to do for the cover. But first of all, this is the cover that we, finished on the first part of the video. And I had a leaf here, this one, and I just didn't like it. So I took it off. I may add something else to it, but I did add this bird here because I didn't like all the leaves just hanging there. I don't know, they just didn't look right. So this little bird was part of a greeting card that I have picked up. Sometimes if you go to the dollar store, they have cards for less than 50, I think 2 for $1. Yeah, 2 for $1, I think they are. So 50 cents. And you can get some cute things, or some, especially at holiday time. And that way you can get fall, and you can cut out the leaves. And I don't even know if I have another one or not. Anyway, so then I decided I wanted my edges to be a little raggedy looking. So I have this wire brush, and you can get these at any hardware store, or I think they have them at auto parts store for cleaning parts and stuff like that. So I'm just fraying this, and I may not leave, well, see, that all came off. So I don't know if I'm going to leave the string part, but I did want this not to look like it was just bluntly cut square. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. Now, I was planning to cover this, and the first thing I need to do is reinforce this spine a little bit. Now, this is not as tall. It's about 1/4 of an inch on each end, shorter, but I think that's okay because I'm just reinforcing it. And I think I'll just use the PVA glue. It's, boy, that comes out so fast. But that helps. The glue helps, actually. Just gives it more stability. Whoop. So I'm just going to drop this in because it just happened to be in my little box of cardstock that I saved for spines, chipboard and that. Because I was going to cut a piece and then I saw that and I'm like, I think that'll work. And then this will be covered. Oh. Okay, so I'm just going to set that there and oops, I left my lid off my wipes last night, so they're all dried up. But to get some more out. And so I, excuse me. Yeah, I do have water. I figured out last night because I was watching my videos, you know, and I noticed that when people talk about my sound going in and out or, you know, very faint, I realized that it's because I'm not speaking up. My phone's up above my head. So I'm not speaking into that speaker. I'm looking down. And of course, you know, that's going to mute the sound and, you know, my voice is not going to carry as well. So I can't stop that. But I did order another mic and I hope that it will help. I don't know how that works exactly. But I'm going to give it a try because I do want you guys to be able to hear me. Okay, so I want to cover the book, and I was looking for some paper that I thought would be good colors for the journal. And this one is one of those big map books, and this has South America and a little bit of the North America area here. And I don't, let's see, when was this? I tried to use this one first. It's huge. And that was 1513. This is the very first map ever made of the Americas, or the New World. In fact, this Isabella is Cuba. Columbus named Cuba Isabella after the Queen. So, anyway, I don't know where this one came from, but I like the colors. So I can't fit it in this way because I couldn't find a page I liked that had both sides like that one. So I decided I'm just going to go ahead and turn it this way. Whoops. And if the things are going sideways, I'm not worried about it because this is going to cover quite a bit of it. So let me try to figure this part out. So I want... trying to think what I want on the front. So let me just lay this down here. And let's just kind of fold it. So that would be the front if I do it that way. So I'm not getting as much color as I wanted. So I'm going to turn it the other way. Yeah, that's better. I like those colors better. So, and they're probably not even really going to show, but still, I thought that would work. So let me get this glued down. I'll probably put corners on here because it'll be hard to get. All right, I'm going to, I don't think that'll fit in my cutter. Okay. No, because this page, these pages are like 14 by 17 or something. They're huge. I'm just gonna, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to trace around this because I really only want somewhere around 1 inch. All the way around. I can't even see my line. I can see my line here, so let's go out this way with this side. Let's see what I'm doing here. Okay. And then maybe I can fit it in now. Yes, okay. So that edge there, according to this, is 1 inch left over. And I can't stick it in this side, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I hope the noise outside is not bothering you. There's my next door neighbor is cutting, chainsawing. He's probably getting ready to burn. Now everybody can burn this time of year. Alright. So that's 1 inch. I mean, that's the line to go by, so I'm going to come out about here. Okay. That's a little better, but still would rather have it more equal parts. Okay, so I don't want okay, that's good. I just don't want the edge to be this white when I turn it. Okay. So I think I'm going to just glue this down. It's not going to go anywhere once we get it all folded up in. So I'm just going to use glue stick. I almost just decided to use this book with nothing, you know, just leave it the way it is. Okay. And whoa, come back here. So I hope, well, I think I asked you guys in the first part of the video how your day was, because now it's the second day of this. I gotta kind of watch my time too. Now I wonder, I'm sorry, my sleeves are falling down and it drives me nuts when that happens. To get in these creases, I wonder if I should put a little PVA. I didn't put any on that other side though. But I want it to, this paper's a little stiff. Let me just see if I can't looks okay on the outside. I just want to make sure it goes. Okay. I know you guys probably think this is going to give this a little bit of a fold so I get this paper is actually pretty darn thick. Didn't realize it. Pretty amazing this. I don't know if you saw the video when I showed this book. It's a map book of Americas. It has all the, you know, first maps, and each explorer or whatever drew his own version until they finally, I guess, got it right. It must have been such an unknown world then for them. I'm going to take a little off of this side. That wasn't very straight, but okay. All right. I'm not sure how much to take off for the miter. That always worries me because I feel like I'm going to cut it too short. But if I'm going to put my, what do you call them on? Corners, it won't matter. Let's just see. But it would be nice to be able to do the corners without having to put, way too big. You're supposed to leave just the height of your page. So like this part here. So it's supposed to be. So I think that's a little too short. Fine line to it. There's people who have, I don't know if this is going to hold. There are people who made jigs, you know, like a template so that they can lay it down on their book and know exactly where to cut it by the depth of the book itself. All right. I'm going to use this other glue because I like the Scotch glue, permanent glue, but I don't have a lot of faith in it when it really needs to hold. There was only a glue that didn't stick to your hands. Would be great. Let's see this part here. I'm just gonna cut a little bit smaller. Okay, that'll mess me up or not. Got my heater going because it's just it's not very cold, but it's just a chill that I have to get out of the house before I can, you know, be comfortable, I guess. Yeah, that corner didn't quite make it. And all this will be covered up on the inside. Okay. I don't want to rip the paper here. Let's have a stronger glue, maybe, at least in this section. I can't even tell you how many books I've covered for journals, but every time it's a new challenge. You know, it doesn't go the same way every time. You'd think you'd have it down. You'd have it down by pat. Don't know what I'm trying to say. All right. I think that looks okay. I can, you know, play with it and a little bit more. I think this end up here is just the softness of that up there, and maybe it needs some. I don't know if I could get any of this in there. Might have made it worse. Okay, well, I better leave it alone, or I'll end up with a crease that I really don't want to have. Okay, that looks okay. I was trying to decide if I want to sew in the signatures or do I want to use elastic. I don't know. I like, for some things, I like the elastic where you can take them in and out when you need to. But then a regular journal, I feel like you're not going to take them in and out. So I guess I'll sew it in. And so I either actually sew it in here or do a hidden spine, which I usually like to do. Okay, so let's pretend this is all good. Well, I'll show you what I'm going to put inside here. This is like a sparkly paper, and I'm going to have enough to do both sides, I believe. This is like a bronze, and it just looks amazing. Let me, this, for instance, this page here with that, I love it. And so it just looks fall to me, like even this page is just so fall. So I may add some more pages of that design just because it really looks good with it. All right, I'm going to turn this, ooh, it's black on the back. See if I can find a spot to cut it. I want to make sure it's all the way over there. It's probably in the camera and I'm probably talking too low. All right. I am going to put fabric here, so I want to make sure I have enough for the other side. Too short, didn't I? I mean, it's going to be covered, but still, I didn't plan it that way. you only have one chance at this when you only have one page. Oh my goodness, where did I mark it? I made a bigger mark and I still can't. Oh, there it is. Thought it was closer to the bottom. That'll be pretty to use on a journal card or something inside this. All right, so put one piece here. It's like it's not even straight. I don't know. All right, let's see about this side. I don't want it in the crease. I just went to my little cabinet to pick out maybe some scrapbook paper that could look good with this. And this was just in there by itself. Like I had bought it probably for some project, but I don't know what. Evidently I didn't use it. I think this paper is a little wonky itself. Fun piece. Glue this down. Okay, so it's just gonna make sure that doesn't hit that edge. Okay, so I'm just going to what do I want to glue it down with? I think I'm going to put some of this along the edges and some PVA glue inside. I'm probably way over my time already. I just don't want it to have little globs in the... Ugh. That's what I was trying to avoid. How much time? Okay. I think I had like 17 minutes on the last video, and this one is at 27. So I'll get these two pieces glued on, and then I guess that will be the end for this. I mean, I could make it longer, the video. I don't know how, you know, I've never, I mean, I've gone over a minute or two, that kind of thing, but not an hour and a half video. I don't know how that would work. I'm sure how long it would take to upload on. I think you can do live, and you can do that as long as you want. don't know how to do live though. Well, I couldn't decide why you would do live unless you were going to communicate with your subscribers, which would be very difficult to do at the same time that you're working, because you can't stop and look that much. I really made a mess of that side. It's not even stuck, so I'll go back in with some more. This paper is kind of, you know, it's real crinkly, so it's going to take something to get it to lay down flat. More glue. So inside of here, I'm going to see if I can find a fabric or something that I like to go with it. And if I can't, the worst thing that would happen is I would use black, probably. Okay, so there's that. And then that will sit on top of it. I hope I like that. It's a little shinier than I anticipated it compared to that, but I can't really change that. Well, the only other thing I could do is maybe put another border behind this. I guess it's not that bad it's just the light is glaring on it full force, so it's really probably not as bad as I think it is. Okay, so anyway, that's going to be the front, and then this is going to go along in the inside, and then our pages, I'll get those ready to sew in, just like this page with that. Looks really nice, and that's a matte too, matte finish, so it looks fine with that shiny. Okay guys, so I'm going to stop here on this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.